Howdy folks, Apper here, aka Sean, and I'm bringing you another couple of turns probably of Duel of Ages, the event Horizon. And we are currently in, it looks like turn 12, I think. It's either, you know, I try to keep track, but then when you don't play for 3 or 4 days, you kind of forget things. So I think it's turn 12. And the regulators have just completed their moves. I'll kind of go over what their moves are, and then we'll resolve any kind of adventures. And then there'll be a pause, which you won't notice, and then I will do the goons. The goon bean counters. All right, so let's see here. We've got Davy Crockett right here. He decided, so if you remember last time, he ended up imprisoning Enrak the Fury, who was here, and he made a charge toward him, and had Davy Crockett not hit him, Enrak probably would have gotten Davy Crockett. So Davy Crockett wisely op-fired at him, took him out, so now Enrak is in prison. So Davy's like, well, you know, there's no point in staying here, because he's probably not going to be able to hit Old Shasha, because there's too much intervening swamp. So he's going to go try to see if he can do some adventuring in the alternate Colonial Labyrinth, and colonial regulators get +1 to adventuring, so that counts for right there. So we'll go ahead and actually let me show you what everybody else did real quick before I move on to that. So we have got Kit Carson, who moved here. I think he's going to head to the Colonial Labyrinth proper and probably try to advance 1 or 2 of these tokens here. Or advance, not tokens, but guardians. So Kit Carson, Daylight, she tried to enter the main gate and was unsuccessful. So I'm pretty sure you lose the rest of your turn when you do that. So I'm going to assume that happens. So she got a fail on that, so she basically stays outside the main gate. Let's see who else. We have got Ivy Main, who's trying to move. I think she's going to position herself probably to get into the black base. Can we see? Let me see. That is Pat Garrett moved out of the dome. Let's see who else. We have got Tex. He is going to, in fact, we can do that right now. He's going to get rid of this Spanish field cannon because none of the regulators are strong enough to use a field cannon. So we're just going to dump that, and we will get another Lith tribute point. So that makes 2. And then we might as well dismiss him. So he goes to a gray. Let's see. I think the only gray ones, well, we got gray over here, and I think in the center, and I think that's it. So yeah, we'll go ahead and we'll dismiss Tex to, we'll go ahead and put him right there. Actually, we'll do this right here. So that's Tex. Tex did his thing in Lith's chambers, and he is now done. So I think that's it, right? Daylight, Dusk. Oh, Dusk, he kind of heading that way. I was going to probably do something with the black base, but then we have got, so Enrak's equipment goes into the vault, I believe. So these are the these 2 cards are the cards that Enrak had, and I think that Dusk, because Dusk has a high honor, he is going to take this card to Lith and do the challenge. So Dusk was heading towards the black base. Now he's heading towards the vault to get that card out, to get Megalomania and what? It's Megalomania and Meekness. So he's going to do that. It's going to be several turns before he gets there, because it's going to be slow going to get to the base. And that is it. So I think what we need to do is we need to do Davy Crockett's adventure. So that is the alternate. Oh, actually, you know what? That's going to be bad, because that. Let's see what we've got. That's a melee challenge. He's not too bad. He'll be worse by 1. This is the problem, right? Oh, we get, wait a minute. So colonial guys get +1 to adventuring because of the advancement in the colonial labyrinth. So he would be even. I think I'll try that. Let's see what happens. And attacker better, so that is a pass. That's good. This was a tough guardian just because of the high melee requirements. So, Wild Cossacks, the Scream of Horses, the Clash of Sabers. Flee back to the steppes, you wild devils. So it looks like we pushed him out of there. So it looks like we will advance the guardian, we'll get 2 cards, and then we'll dismiss. All right. I think Davy Crockett he'll take an elite. Let's see what he gets. And I don't think he can use that. Nope, he is not smart enough. So the ion discharger. We'll go ahead and dismiss him. So he goes to green. We can go ahead and advance the guardian by 1, and we will go to green. Let's see here. So we have a lot of green spaces. I do know that much. So we've got green here. We've got green way over there. Maybe it's not green that I was thinking. Ah, it's blue. Yeah, there's a lot of blue. I don't think I want to send Davy Crockett way over there. That doesn't really benefit him a whole lot. So I think we'll go ahead and send Davy Crockett here. And that keeps him in swampy terrain, which he is really good at. And then we'll probably just orient him, put the arrow underneath him to remind me to send him back to that labyrinth. And that looks like it is it for the regulator's turn. I'll go ahead and clean this up. I'll go ahead and do the goon's turn, and we'll go from there. All right, the goons have just finished their moves, and then I'll go ahead and do any adventuring that might take place. So it looks like Sienna, she moved from the dome. She's going to head, I think she's going to head over to the white base. However, Davy Crockett might present a problem. That's kind of why she moved into this swamp right here. So that'll give her some protection against his shooting at her. So we'll see. Sasha was in Lith's Labyrinth. He went ahead and cashed a card in. I believe it was this Alpha Pulse Pistol. So now it is 1-2, and then he was dismissed. So he dismissed way down here. Let me see who else we got. Looks like there's a lot of folks over here. Of course, Enrak is in prison. Boris is heading towards the modern, and then we have Ophelia, who is going to adventure. I think she is. Looks like, yep, she's the only one. Of course, she's got her henchman Johnny Silver with her. I don't think she's going to go anywhere without him. She kind of needs a little bit of protection. So, Ophelia, Future Labyrinth. Let's see what we get. The old sports, despite centuries, the sports of old Earth grew in popularity on the 40 worlds. So let's see what she's got going for her. I don't think she's going to do too good at this one. So that looks, I believe that's throw. Yeah, that's throw. So it's a throw challenge. She does get +2 because of the symbol here and the fact that she's a future character. So she is at a 5. So she's worse by 1. We'll go ahead and see. Oh, look at that. So it is a pass. And a pass is you enjoy all of the trophies on your wall, but nothing is better than a good pickup game. Something tells me that Ophelia is probably not... She wouldn't be great at sports, but hey, she passed the test. So what does she get? A card, dismissed, and advance. So we will advance the Guardian. So now we get +1. She will enjoy the benefit of +1 movement. I believe she is the only future character in the game. Yes, she is the only future character in the game. So that was a pretty that was a selfish adventure. However, she does gain a card. So I think we'll take a secret. Ooh, wait, she can only carry 2 cards. Yeah, we'll take a secret. So she gets the shield. she is strong enough and smart enough to use it. So, do we want to... What do we want? Let's look at her card again. So she's not good in melee. So there's probably the glass blade's probably not that great. And then I think that's aim. Is that aim? That is point. She's okay with point. She's a little bit better with the single action revolver than she would be with the glass blade. I have to get rid of one. That +2 armor would be pretty good. I think she'll get rid of the glass blade. And we will keep the shield and the pistol. And then let's go ahead and dismiss. And she dismisses to gray. Looks like all of the goons are kind of ending up down here. We got 1, 2. The shield will be the third one. No, she could go here, but that seems like a bad idea right there to go where all these other guys are. Daylight and Dusk has no cards, so we know Dusk has no cards, and then Tex has a couple of cards. So it could be bad. So I think we're just going to go safe, and we're going to send her down there. And that will take care of turn 12. And then we'll go ahead and get turn 13 rolling. All right, turn 13. I've just finished moving the regulators, and I'll go ahead and do any adventures. A couple admin notes. Davy Crockett over here, when he shot and imprisoned Enrak the Fury, he lost his model 1816 rifle, because when you kill a guy, if you look at the little symbol over here, if there's a K there, when you kill somebody with that weapon, then you lose it. So it keeps people from having, you know, god tier weapons and never losing them. So when you kill or imprison, you lose the weapon. So the weapon's gone. So Davy Crockett no longer has that. He still does possess one card that the goons do know that he has. They just don't know what it is, and it is an ion discharger, which he cannot use. But they don't know that. They just know he's got something. So Davy Crockett lost the weapon, and then so Enrak is imprisoned, and I believe he holds on to his cards because there is an interrogate function, which means if there's somebody in prison, you can try to interrogate them and get their cards. So his cards are not in the vault. His cards are with him. And I'm going to send, I believe, Davy Crockett in there to interrogate him. So that's what Davy Crockett did. Dusk is moving closer. Of course, this terrain is not favorable for him, so it's a little bit slow going for him. Daylight attempted to get into the high gate. She failed that, so she's stuck outside the high gate. Ivy Main's going, she didn't have enough movement points, but Ivy Main is going to try to get into the main gate, but all of her movement points were used up to get to that hex, so she is done. We've got Kit Carson, who is going to challenge the Colonial Labyrinth. Pat Garrett, Tex, they're all moving towards there, and I think that's it. So the only adventure that I have is Kit Carson. So Kit Carson will go ahead and do that. I'll pull a colonial card. Let's see what we've got. The Hunt. You go in search of game along the river of no return, riding your sure-footed pony. Kit Carson should be good at this. Let's see what we've got. So that is a throw. He's decent at throw, but he matches one symbol, and he's colonial, so that gives him a 7 to a 4. So he is better by 3. Let's see what we get. Better by 3. That's an amaze. So an amaze is going to get us a card, and we have, well, we're not going to get an honor bonus. So Kit Carson, you wear the claws of the largest bear ever seen in the land. Well, Kit Carson was a mountain man, so he probably killed a bear or two in his time. So it looks like he'll get a card. We'll advance the Guardian, and we'll dismiss. Not bad for old Kit Carson, the mountain man. Let's go ahead and dismiss him. He goes to blue. Blue is everywhere. So we've got blue all up there and over there. Where does Kit Carson want to go? we'll go ahead and advance that. Well, why don't we send him over here? That way he is in this nice nasty stuff. He has an option to go here, has an option to go to lift. I don't really think we need to go to lift yet because we are up by 1 still. So let's draw our card and see what we get. Do we want a common or a secret? Let's draw a secret card. Secret Passage. Ooh, free action. The owner of this secret does not have an enemy within 5 aura and is in a space bordered by a cavern wall. He finds a secret passage in one section of that wall. His choice. Okay. So basically that will allow him to... He could be right here and use that cube and go inside the labyrinth. So that's kind of what that's for. I've gotten that one before. That would also be a good one to kind of hold on to. And if you're somebody's trying to get you, if somebody from the other team is trying to catch you, shoot you, melee, just secret door through the wall and kind of laugh at them because they can't get a hold of you. So I was kind of hoping for a gun, but you know, or a mount. A mount would have been really nice, but we got that cube. So anyway, that is it. I'll go ahead and clean all this up and we'll get the goon squad going. All right, I have just completed the goon's turn. Hopefully, I haven't already videoed this because I took a couple-hour break and I'm not quite sure where I left off, but I'm pretty sure I left off with a completed regulators phase. So I finished the movement and all that for the goons. Let's see. Enrak, yep, still hanging out in prison. He's probably making soap animals or something. Carving soap animals with his plastic spoon. Ophelia. She's heading in that general direction. I don't remember what I'm going to have her do. I think I was going to have her head to the white base, but she kind of took up a blocking position there in the labyrinth, just in case somebody from the regulators decides to get close, at least for this turn, right? Like, she put herself in that spot. Alshasha, he's moving. He's probably going to head down into the, well, she, I think I don't know. There's not, it's a beast. There's no sex on it. I think only humans have, let me see. Humans. Looks like humans really only have a sex on them, male or female. That's what I'm looking at least looking at the cards that I have in play. But anyway, I got off on a tangent. Alshasha's owner is Dickie, and Dickie's a dude. So we're just going to say that Alshasha's a he. Because of that reason. He's going to head into the ancient labyrinth at some point, probably on his next turn. Sienna is heading over to the white base, and Davy Crockett didn't do anything in response, so she might be kind of confident that maybe Davy Crockett doesn't have another weapon, or a ranged weapon. Boris is in the modern labyrinth, I think. Yeah, let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Who am I missing? I seem to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. No. I can't seem to find somebody. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Why am I missing? Oh, I didn't see Brad. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, Brad, he kind of blends in. I'm just like trying to find out who went where. Brad, even though the edges are black, the top of the frame is white because of his photo. See, he's that part shown right there. So he kind of got lost. That token got a little bit lost because of that reason. I was thinking he's right. But anyway, Boris is challenging the modern labyrinth. Let's see here. We've got the con. We've already tried the con once before, and he wasn't successful. Well, he got a squeak. So we are going to try again. It's an intellect challenge. It looks like he is better by 1. And it looks like we get a worse even result than before. So let me see. You tried running the con on me. You tried running a con on me. So he gets dismissed. So not as bad as what could have happened, but it still sucks when you're better at something and you still lose or still aren't successful. Anyway, he's dismissed to gold. Now look at that card. That's the one that I needed with that result right there. So Boris is going to gold. It looks like Boris is just going to head right back probably to where he came from. I think he was here. He was either in that... He was either here or here last time. So that's where he's going right back to. So anyway, that will wrap up turn 13. And if we look up here, this is the last bead for normal turns, and then I'll start drawing from the bag. I think there are 5 tokens in there. I don't remember. Let's look. Let's pull out the tokens in the bag. So what I'm going to start doing now is after this next turn, I'll start pulling tokens out of the bag. So we have one more normal turn, and then I will reach into the bag and pull out a token. And if I pull out the red token, that means that this is the last turn, and then the match will end. So there's a 20% chance the first time, and then it's a 25% chance, and then it's a 33% chance, and then it's a 50% chance, and then it's just happening. So that's kind of the way that works. But as it stands right now, we've just finished 13, and we are about ready to start turn 14. All right, Renegades, this is turn 13. This is turn 12. I mistakenly said it was 13 previously, but we are in turn 12. And so Dusk has moved. He's moving closer. Pat Garrett's heading down. I think he's going to head to the base. Tex, he's going to challenge. Davy Crockett is going to interrogate Enrak to try to get one of his cards here. And then I think we're going to try to gain entrance and destroy. So trying to get inside is part of movement, and then destruction of the base is the adventure portion of it. So we'll go ahead and... So Ivy Mane, it's a stealth. She is better by 1. She has an 8 stealth, so let's see what she gets. This is just for her movement. Better by 1, that's a pass. So she gets to move 1 space. And now her adventure would be to try to destroy that very same space. So I'm going to go ahead and do the movement for Daylight. It is a respect of 7. She has a respect of 8, so she's better by 1. And better by 1 is a fail. So she does nothing, but stays right there in the jungle, fighting off the mosquitoes. So Ivy Mane is now going to try and destroy the main gate. So she is again better by 1, and better by 1 is a pass, and that is, or the gate is now destroyed. So the base achievement is now up for grabs. It's tied because Black has destroyed 1 site, or Renegades have destroyed 1 site, and the Goon Squad, or the Goons, have destroyed a site. So now Ivy Mane, if I'm not, let me look real quick. I think she gets dismissed. Yes. So now she gets dismissed. So let's see where Ivy Mane goes. She goes to green. And it looks like there's only 1 green. Nope, there's 2 green dome tokens up here by Boris, and then there's 1. Can we see that? Yes, there's 1 there. So where do I want Ivy Mane to go? My colonial characters are all good in swamp and all that kind of stuff. So she's just going to go over here. And that's it for Ivy Mane. So Daylight is done. Let's go ahead and try to do our interrogation of Enrak. The interrogation is a strength challenge. I believe it's strength versus strength. So Enrak Let's look at interrogation real quick. Yeah, it's strength versus strength. So Enrac's strength is 8. No, excuse me, Enrac's strength is 7. Davy Crockett's strength is 6. So Enrac is better by 1. So the defender. And that is a fail. What happens with a fail? Well, so Davy Crockett is dismissed. So he goes to green. And it looks like Davy Crockett is going over here. Unfortunately, that's a lot farther away than I wanted Davy Crockett to be. That's in an area of the map that I really don't want him, but that's what happens when you fail. Now, for some reason, I was thinking that the interrogation was that strength. That's if you want to destroy the vault, or not the vault, but the prison. Yeah, that's if you want to try to destroy the prison. So I kind of slipped my mind that it was a character versus character strength. And Enrac is pretty strong. So I think the only thing that we have left is Tex. He is going to challenge that Guardian. There is not. We'll draw a new Guardian for the Colonial Labyrinth. All right, it's a wits challenge, stopping the runaway train. The engineer is missing, the train is full speed, and you are nearing the station. Let's see what we got for Tex. Tex has got 5 wits. He also matches that, and he matches the era, and we have +1 to adventuring, so he will get +1, +2, +3, so his wits is an 8 to 3, so he is better by 5. And that is an amaze. So we definitely stopped the train. Using copper wire and 148 horseshoes, you generate a powerful magnetic resistance field. You could have just pulled the brake instead. So there we go. And then he also is going to get the honor bonus because there's an honor bonus of 6. So he will get that. All right, so we will go ahead and advance that. Tex gets 1 card. He'll take a common card. Let's see what we get. We get a 1911. Nice. So he got that. He gets dismissed. Let's go ahead and take care of that. Gray. I think we'll just send Tex. We'll send him over here. And we get the honor bonus. So the way the honor bonus works is you draw a challenge card and you look at that right here. Heal 1 health if wounded. Unfortunately, Tex is not wounded, so that honor bonus really doesn't do anything. It's kind of a cruddy one. So there you have it. The Renegades have finished their turn. We were unsuccessful. We were successful half the time and unsuccessful the other half the time. So we were successful destroying 1 out of 2 destroying 1 out of 2 gates. We were successful adventuring, and we were unsuccessful trying to interrogate a prisoner. So there you have it. Let's go ahead and I'll get back with you with what the goons do.